My beautiful stars. Reading time. Oh my gosh, I'm going to sneeze. It's in my nose. Phew, bless me. Movement reading, sense of urgency reading. So whenever first sense of urgency readings, I always say you need discernment. So details are all my readings. Details are important, but especially sense of urgency readings. So there's a couple things I'm seeing before we confirm the energy. 3 could be very significant for you as a collective. Let it be March, just the month of March ties to a lot of significant memories, or your birthday month. Let it be you're born on the 3rd. Let it be, your life path number is 3. You could be seeing a lot of 333. I will roll a dice. It could mean 3 days to come, but I think there's more significance to that number for the right collective, or something happened 3 days ago maybe in your life that was quite significant. Now, the main thing I was firstly hearing was you have a conversation, but I was seeing waiting like this, that you've been waiting for, which makes me feel the right collective. Maybe you've waited a long time for this, or this was something that you always felt would come, but you've kind of lost hope in it. So maybe it's more of an unexpected thing that may arrive. And then the last thing I was seeing, which I was a little bit concerned about, I was seeing my confession card paired with my communication card. So I always say they're a different thing. And this could either mean you should be getting more of a deeper truth come to the table where someone may be just kind of tippy-toeing in, or it could mean that this revelation does come with the intention behind it to compromise, forgive, work it out through it. But this reading will clarify everything when we get into more detail. But first, let's just confirm the main energy. Fire sign could be important for you as well. Okay, so we've got date night, prepared to be wined and dined, but there has been challenges. Good that came out, the confession. So we'll have to see what confirms it. That's good. But this has really had to make you work on inner healing. This hasn't been easy. All right, so we've got that confession, and all right, love spell. I've really allocated this as my card of magic. So hopefully as a collective, because again, discernment details, you haven't interfered in anybody's energy doing love work on someone. You know my beliefs. Everyone's got their universal truth. There's a reason this has come out. So unless you believe that your energy has been interfered with by someone and there's been love work done on you. But yes, this is a card of feeling bewitched by each other, but just I've allocated it as my card of magic. So that's a detail. Okay, don't make it fit. But it definitely hasn't been the right time. Clarifies the waiting. Date night. Okay, water sign, and we said 3, so month of March could actually be very relevant. You could be a Pisces, this person could be a Pisces, but months, cups in tarot, months. So again, clarifying waiting, but if you're not a water sign, or this person is, although it should be, normally when I see a sign, it's a sign, like a sign, but I think it's really clear the time here as well. So I'm on the fence with this water sign. One more for that, please. Okay, but guardian angel. So even if maybe you've lost someone, unfortunately, heart goes to you. If you have lost somebody, that was a water sign, but this is being guided back to you. So, and again, you could be getting a lot of signs and synchronicities right now if this is being guided back to you. And as a detail, it's very rare I hear this, you could be a collective that, and I don't think this detail would be for all of this collective, but I am hearing you as a person could have actually lost a lover at one point in your life as well, someone that you used to date or be in a longer term commitment with. That came through. All right. I don't like talking about that stuff in collectives. I think it's not healthy for the mind, but anyway, challenges. Okay, so you definitely felt used by this person. So this is, you've really had to go within and work on things. This would have knocked your confidence. If you felt that this person used you emotionally, financially, whatever it is, this hasn't been easy for you to go within, and like this knocked your confidence. One more. And maybe even right now, just as a detail, you're feeling under a little bit of financial pressure. There's been sneakiness, confirms the confession. So this is my Liar Pants on Fire card. Okay, so this person, unfortunately, I'm seeing my little man digging himself to China with his, dishonesty. When you know, it might even start, and all dishonesty is dishonesty. Start with the white light, then have to be covered with something else and something else and then something else. And then before you know it, you feel like there's no way out. And I feel whatever's been hidden here, whatever hasn't been spoken, unfortunately, this collective, you were pointing the finger at yourself so much. Even if you knew deep down in your soul there was things here that were not spoken, it's like just the way that this affected you emotionally. I feel you went through a large period of blaming yourself for destruction here. And I always say there's two parties at fault, but there's something bigger here for the right collective. I'm going to have to get those little black cards in a second. All right, this confession. One more. That's good. This might really make room for the new beginning by finally coming to light, letting go of what's been done. Make room for the new beginning that's on its way to you now. This caused distance. This caused emotional. There is something here that this person couldn't be honest about in their mind, that just progressively created so much distance here emotionally, and it could have even created physical distance. Let it be moving, okay? Because they were too full of themselves. You blamed yourself. This person presented, someone's too full of themselves. They probably presented like whatever happened here didn't even affect them. I'm not going to say that word. I think it was their behavior, especially with this deviation we just had. One more for that. Oh, too many. They could be an air sign, but stuck in their mind over communicate. They were stuck in their mind over this whole situation. It could be to do with bad finances, certain addictions that they carried, certain things in that. I'm seeing that devil card. There were certain things here this person just in their mind couldn't own. They didn't want to show you these scars. So we've got air and water here. This could have been people tied to this situation as well. But maybe air, swords in tarot is weeks. Maybe they've been sitting on this for weeks. I'm just glad this has come out. This is good, and not just that communicate, because this is a big part of this collective story. And again, travel. Okay, so it was only a detail. This is the short-lived romance. So there was a honeymoon phase, which is you're one of my collectives. You parted ways in your honeymoon phase. No wonder you felt bewitched this whole time. So you both, and as well, this is a kind of attending a wedding. Maybe you met this person at a wedding. A wedding could be significant here as well. Okay, so we didn't get the communicate. So maybe they're coming in with, and I'm going to get detail, but this is coming to my mind, so I'm just going to say it. Maybe they're coming in more with the intention then of clearing the air. They don't have that, like they're not expecting just forgiveness. They're not expecting you to compromise, which means they know they've effed up. Let's get one more. One more. the mental anxiety, so they know how much this has really affected you, and there could be a health detail or a health issue that's also maybe even a health issue about them that maybe you're not aware of. Okay, so we're going to have to really clarify that. In an odd way, it could be a good thing, because it's not like they have this expectation by coming forward everything's going to be okay. That it could actually be a positive thing. But anyway, let's just confirm pregnancy wanted to come out. You guys could have had a child, had a pregnant, just as a detail. Okay, before we really break into everything, I just want to confirm your actual energy around this connection. And then we're going to tap into you guys quickly, and then we will get true intention, try and really get some good clarity here for you guys. Oh, love, that's nice. Okay. Energy around this connection. What's happened here, please? There's that clock waning. Watch the whole thing. Actually, we would still be in the first part. So the clock, this is needed time, the challenges. This took a lot of time in cycles. So you've had cycles here with this person, time to heal, but progression around this energy. So there's still separation energy around you guys. That's probably not the best, but there's a lot of sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. That very first part where I really specified the waiting, this is an important detail, because I actually feel, I'm intrigued to get into your energy. I really feel this collective, I'm seeing that door card, you know, that moving on, this is a waste of time, emotionally unavailable. It's not that there's not a space in your heart, but I think the right collective, this unsure of the future, I think it's more sitting in maybe lost hope. Why do I feel this is more them? Because they're stressing right now. This could be you a little bit, I guess, but as for the missing you, and I don't think that this collective, you're really missing them right now. I think there's been a lot of time and then you've got the photographs. If it's not you, so detail. Okay, this is the energy around your connection. One of you, or it could be both of you, looking at your photos, missing you, double confirmation of missing you, nostalgia. So they're going through deep memories, wanting to make new memories. So I feel that energy has passed from the right collective. So I think this is more them. But again, we'll need to get some more decks. Or you could have come, you know how certain like apps like Facebook and not that I have Facebook, but like Snapchat, like you get the memories come up. Maybe something's come up memory wise, like in one of your apps that's made you come across photos. But I don't think the right collective, you've been seeking out, like looking at photos. That's way too many. But the only card that's up is the healing heart. You've really had to go through that challenges row. And as we're saying, I really think you're coming into more of a healed space with this. Okay, feeling strung along. So this is the energy still around this, and I literally just saw that door card, seeing this person as emotionally unavailable. I think that's this collective. This person has made you feel just like an option. You got feeling used here. So I just can't see how this is the right collective. But again, I think because of the time that's passed, I'm on the fence with those two middle ones. All right, one more for your top row. Okay, there's the revelation. So this is around you. Clarity, truth, revelation on its way. But I feel you're in your power. That's what I'm feeling in this collective. All this is going to create empowerment and power within you to make you realize this was never anything. Because the right collective, you're blaming yourself so much. This was never anything. Well, there would have been some things that you did clearly, but just the severity of the ignition and this, very cold nature to it was more them, what they were hiding. And And I'm seeing that old traditional style tattoo, you know, the rose, what is it called? Traditional American? Is that what it's called? I'm actually seeing that in my mind. That could tie you to this person, or you could have those kinds of tattoos. Or they could literally have a rose and a sword tattooed on them, or you. Oh, way too many. I'm sure that was twin then. Anyway. Clock. Okay, wow. So this endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. So through this clock energy, there really has been growth and transition. Okay, have you seen that for the right collective? I don't think so. But unconditional love, falling in love again, giving, receiving affection. Again, this is what's around you guys. Separation. That's what I feel. This was this person. They axed you. Silent treatment, abandonment. Again, you felt used. You felt this is a painful one. Breakup, separation, stopping the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. I think you see this person as, I have to stop this pattern. Do they come over you? Yeah, they probably do. But again, I don't think you're expecting what's coming, this collective. I think that's this person reflecting on their behavior. And this is what makes them unsure. For them to know they have to come in with a confession, they ain't silly. Okay. Photographs. The runner. It's them. It's them. Don't make it fit. That's where I was on the fence, really confirming. So it's the person that ran here that's looking at your photos, missing you, wanting to make new memories, understanding their ego a bit better. Okay, palm tree underneath this. So you've had to endure a lot here. You really did feel stability once upon a time, but you're sick of the outdated thinking, sick of enduring, sick of hoping and what will be. This is the collective. That's the energy attached to you. Receiving what you need. When's this closure going to arrive? I need to progress from this. This is where you're outdated thinking, you're over it. And then the sword and truth. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Holy moly. So you got the engagement ring, passion, liking each other equally. So there's still emotion here in you. And you got the mirror. You either were engaged or this is something that they want to confess to you and come forward. Again, we're going to break it all down and get detail. And you got the dragonfly. That's good. Last one. Yeah, healthier choices. You're finally focusing on making healthier choices in love, in life, self-care, self-love. You're wanting to be happier. And it wouldn't just be saying this. You'd really, because your energy's shifting. That's why this person's energy is clearly shifting. So you got engagement rings and wedding rings. Okay, before we break them down, I just want to see the universal message for you and what's around you as a person. How your energy is truly shifting. And then we will get this. And then at the end, we'll get tarot and really see what's going to come from this. Okay. Main collective. What are you activating in their energy? How are they presenting right now? Only card that's up is that compass. So you really have gone through deep self-discovery. You know what path you're on now. I really think you're transitioning. Discovery, your life path. I think you're done with the seeking truth. So I think this is where the whole waiting has just kind of... you're finally in your direction. You found your way. You know where you're going in life. Number 22. You could be seeing a lot of 222. Oh God, so you do have other people's energy around you right now as well. There was other people, but this is you right now as well in life. Let's take this person out of it. The right collective, there could be some energetic influence around you right now, people involved in your business, someone else's influence. There could have been some form of love triangle, but more outside party. A lot of opinions around you right now, and some of these could be coming from rivalry. So you could feel some people maybe if there's rivalry here, like they've put themselves in competition with you or something. As a collective, you would have had this thought pattern of recent. But Chariot, you're on your forward movement, you're working on your mental discipline. Again, you know where you're going in life. You have strength in yourself right now. I think this collective, you're very self-focused at the moment. And this says self-protective. So you if anything, you've got your heart a little bit armored right now, really confirming. Like I said before, I don't think this person doesn't, there's a different approach in you internally. You got the twin flame, soulmate twin flame, the one apparent. This is what the universe is activating around you. This is so focused on you and what's going on in your life. That could tie in, I guess, but I'm sticking to, I feel the right collective. You're very self-focused at the moment. Deep soul connection, a pair of things, blooming love. Okay. I don't want to say faith because I feel this collective again, unless you feel there's some form of other energy coming towards you in life, like love-wise, but fluidity. I think you're feeling fluid, and I think this collective, it's not an anger, it's not a frustration, it's not a they're this, they're that. It's just you are, if anything, when it comes over you, I think you release it with peace, and I really do think you're more fluid in your emotion at the moment. Number 6, so 18th of June could be important. 22nd of June could be important. Okay, you're handling yourself carefully. You're finally reflecting on your true needs and wants in life. There's something here about perfect. I don't think you're feeling perfect, but you're definitely feeling some form of emotional release. You're handling yourself carefully. You're being gentle with yourself. There could be little detail things you're noticing, especially with this third person's energy around you. 6 of the 9th, 9th of the 6th. And it's funny that 69 have come out, like literally, I always say that's such a twinny number. It's an angel number of balance, good and bad luck, good and bad karma. It reminds me, angel number wise, of the Wheel of Fortune card. All right, one more for your top row. Snowflakes could be very important. I went to say could be very important, but then I heard you may have never even seen the snow. So they're complete polar opposite energies, but maybe this collective, you literally have never seen snow. All right. Oh, very connected falcon, so they could be an important animal for you sign wise, but you're rising above. Again, confirmation. Your abilities are increasing. You're focused on yourself. You're going through a transition, very big pivotal changes connecting to your higher self. Okay, that's so important because that little with the black cards, that was confusing me. This is really confirming this collective. You are very self-focused, not in an arrogant way, like you're focusing on you. You're really connecting to that highest version of yourself. Your energies are shifting. You're focusing on your life's journey, your life's path, your self-discovery. Yes, you've got this here, but again, if it comes over you, it comes over you in a wave of peace, not uncertainty, and you release it quite quickly. Whenever you're feeling an emotion that you know doesn't serve you, you're handling yourself gently. You're not being too hard on yourself. You've gone through that phase. For so long, you blamed all of this on yourself. What you could have, this collective, you're not in that energy anymore. You're hitting a new direction of something. There could be forward movement in your life when it's coming to success and action. Like you're feeling a change. You're feeling literally that forward movement, that better direction at the moment. You're not overwhelmed. You're not sad, you're not angry, you're not frustrated, you're kind of when it comes to this whole situation. Okay. True belief system changing. You got the church. This is a kind of marriage, but the programming, the belief system, you're really finding your path. So all of those things that you had shackled to, the fear, the this, the that, you're really switching your belief system, your programming, the things that you have literally just been conformed to from such a young age. You could be questioning certain spiritual, religious beliefs, especially now that you're connecting to another version of yourself. But marriage, collective consciousness, you're different. Okay, this is where you're finding your way. What you were once bound to emotionally, with this, there is a true shift taking place. No wonder you've got Chariot. You've had a moment of thinking and feeling better. Okay. You can even be questioning your whole journey because you finally got a release here, like of the external attachment and gain, not your internal journey. You're soaring on your internal journey. Yeah, this somebody else, whatever it is, even if there was an ending, and you got guardian angel too. You could have just recently through a passing, but let's remember, main collective, you've got a confession coming, right? So let's just say 3D kind of energy, because this is what's around you. There was someone that interfered here and created this breakup, this ending, this over and done. Okay, this collective, you have gone past the stage of overthinking, over processing about it, right? But whatever this third person energy is around you right now, they themselves are going through some form of crisis, loss of emotion. Okay, so this could tie into this, what's coming. There could have been a passing, but forgotten memories, feeling discouraged, absent-minded, defeated, ending, this breakup, this down and out, over and done. Oh, this collective, I feel what you finally got Chariot from, especially with this first row. But birthday or memory to maybe tie you to this person, 18th of August or 18th of September. Or that could be a future date to come, 18th of September. So write that down. Okay, if everything has aligned with you from this reading, from part 1. Chariot. Oh. But again, that's what you're moving forward from. And yes, this could be coming, but I don't think it's your focus. So 24, and you've got JAA on the spread. They could be important initials. Love, romance, joy, bliss, heart desires, feeling content because you're truly following your fulfillment, kindness, forgiveness. And that is another thing I just have to say. You're not angry. I don't want to say, oh, I'm so kind and forgive. It's just, like I said before, it's a very neutral energy. It's not stirring up an excessive emotion. Let it be of love or anger or frustration, or it's just very neutral response in your soul. Okay. But again, you're moving forward with this energetically. If this is something on the Chariot on its way to you, let's be real, from part 1, there's something very big coming. There's not an attachment to result. For you, I believe the right collective, you wouldn't even feel this is on its way to you right now because you're so focused on internal. All right. These swans could be an important sign as well. Could have just driven past. I'm seeing like a really, you know how some churches have the beautiful stained glass windows and stuff? I'm seeing that in my mind. You've literally, through this journey, you found your destiny. You're really tapping into your spirituality, your divine guidance. You know that the trials here were a necessity. So this is why you've been able to let go of the resentment, and you're in this just kind, again, it's not, oh, I forgive you. It's just neutral. But the emotional loss and the crisis, you know, it was all faded. You get it. Let's get one more for that. You've got 6366. So you'll be seeing a lot of 666 at the moment. That's a true divine number, and it's also a goddess number. yet it's depicted as our most evil number in the world with such a magical journey. Again, energy is a funny thing, that they can depict one of the most magical numbers as complete. I just find that funny. Yeah, you've solved the problem, the issue, by going within. You understand what this journey was for. You've adapted now. 17th of the 6th or 17th of the 3rd could be important as well. You've got AAA here. So AAA is an emergency thing in Australia, I'm pretty sure. Is it that another country? But I was also hearing AA. There could have been some form of addictions that you really had to face as well here. Or AAA batteries. Maybe you just had to replace some batteries. And you would have had to recharge your batteries from this journey. You're finally learning to fill up your own energy. I always say, true divines, you're normally each other's energy recharge. It's like, this is why they come in for that sporadic communication, because you recharge each other. This collective, you've learnt to recharge yourself through the silence. Oh my God, I love it. So you, underneath this snowflake energy, you're starting to realize when your ignition of fear or lack of, you understand it's coming from your ego. It's coming from your pride. It's coming from the place that you need to heal. So you're shifting your direction into your purpose when this comes over. This is why you're handling it. You're noticing the right details because you're truly changing your belief system. When the things come up that is so society based, you're like, whoa, that's my ego. That's my pride. I'm on a healing journey. So why am I going to focus on that? I'm taking 10 steps back. You've become very aware. So you're a very detail orientated person, very observant. But now you're truly becoming truly self-aware of this old belief system. Programming you're breaking free from. This is good. Back to the first part, waiting. It's clearly been a lot of time with the clock, the cycles, for you to get to this point. This is a very pivotal phase for you guys. You're knowing where to direct your energy. True self-realization taking place. You're really tapping into your identity. Do you see that flip in my hand? The lovers with the world. You're really completing. Oh, my eyeballs on. You're really completing out things that did not serve you. You're moving on from cycles. You're finding success. You're really balancing your duality and harmonizing yourself. You're making decisions from your heart space, your internal, not your overthinking mind anymore. It's very good. This says 1. I was hearing 19, but it could be 19th of the 9th or 1st of the 9th, 9th of the 1st. Maybe you've had this big shift at the start of this month. Falcon. Oh, you really building your community, focusing on you, wanting to get back out there, have fun. You're finding your sparkle again because you're really connecting to you. Okay. I'm just seeing more the community, the society, when this was here and this, I don't think you're like, oh, I just want to start dating again or this or that, but you haven't, it's not that you've given up on love or hardened your heart. There's just no expectation. You could be feeling third eye, far-reaching vision. You've got someone new brewing around you, but that doesn't scare you anymore. I find a lot of divines, you guys have this, I'm this, I'll never find anyone. It's like there's not that fear anymore. Whatever's meant to be will be. 20th of August. Could have even met someone around that time that is maybe stirring up certain emotion. Sun, you got double sun, true divine masculine. This one specifies divine masculine, but this says yes, exclamation point here. Your energy, you're standing in your power, fulfillment when things are coming from pride and ego, but you're radiating success. Divine masculine energy, daytime, victory, happiness, and warmth. Oh my God, you've literally got the moon and the sun. Divine feminine, this card. Divine masculine. Your true internal balance. Magic. Intuition, subconscious, fantasy, romance, affection, recognition, sensuality, divine feminine. this is good. Very good. Okay. I just want to get you an animal card, because if that is some powerful energy here, or do I get you I might get you one of each. I'll get you an animal and an archetype card, and then we'll break this person and this confession and all of this stuff down. Of course you got the crow. So you're one magical being. Crows could be an important sign. So you're shining. You need to trust yourself right now. If you're shining as the crow, you would be getting so many confirmations of your intuition. You're thinking things, they're happening. You're thinking of something that pops up on your phone. I always say the universe would be showing you. Let it be you're thinking of a song, it pops on. Let it be, you know, something to do with a movie. You know what's coming. Like there's just, you would be getting so many signs right now of how connected you are. Spiritually strong at the moment. You got the balance of the sun and the moon. Jeez Louise, creative and watchful. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality, and magic was at the start. This collective, you definitely dabble in magic, but I hope that you weren't, or maybe it was a passing, maybe you've learned not to. Watch the whole reading. Don't make it fit. You've literally got the crow. So you're a witchy poo. Personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift of seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is, and why am I seeing someone cooking? I always say cooking is a form of magic. Every turn, every bit of spice, everything has a meaning. I find a lot of magical people, you even as like you're younger, before you really start to delve in, you take a path of culinary things. So cooking, you become a chef, or you do your chef's apprenticeship. You guys learn spices and herbs and, you know, let it be flowers. You dry out all your flowers. I just feel you're so connected. There's a reason this is coming to my mind. You're so selective with the scents you wear. You look for all the notes. It's like you just know there's a meaning behind everything. Even your fruit, your veg. I find a lot of Greek mythology, they really break down the magical like fruit is a big thing. But anyway, there's a reason this is all coming to my mind for this collective. Train horn, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the three realities, past, present, and future, which you are uniting all of them like a pro. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. You've learnt this about yourself. What's coming from your pride, your ego, to your center, your self-realization. Another confirmation. Your mind is becoming clear. You're seeing properly. That compass energy. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, as we started speaking about all the food and stuff. So maybe that has been something you've been changing. Joyful friends and regular self-study. When in balance, you're psychic, you're strong, you're clear. Which you are now. Sun and moon energy, divine feminine masculine. When you're out of balance, you're ungrounded and hypersensitive. Nah, not this collective. And the fox, the teacher. Oh my God. Powerful. And look at that black bird, right? Beautiful crows, ravens. They're so powerful and magical. And the world, it's like, I know it's probably a gem. I know they like to collect shiny objects, but it's like you just light up things that you touch is what I'm seeing with that. You don't just see things black and white. You see the color in all. That's your gift. Very good. That's why you have an understanding of what's going, like you finally have come into a place of understanding. you've really learnt that saying about forgiving and forgetting. You don't hold on to resentment anymore. And that was the clearest emotion I could feel. It's just so neutral, that what's going through your soul at the moment, because you genuinely get it. It's not just words. You get it. Like you get it. Because you had to come out of your darkness. Bats incredible. Witchy poo. They could be very significant. Bats, I find, for spiritual people, as significant as bloody butterflies. We said at the start. You had to come. Air's important for you. You really had to learn how to come out of your darkness. Darkness, letting go, death leading to rebirth. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. And they were your last two. I keep saying it. The sun and the moon. The balance. Oh my God. In the darkness, it can see all that is invisible. And in the daylight hours... In the darkness, it can see all that was invisible in the daylight hours. The bat is a master of the subtle senses of the underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and other things to fade. The understanding. You get it. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter, the closing of a door, tying into the eclipse season too. Powerful. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on from things, especially resentments. In just a few hours, and this is a sense of it, in just a few hours, a new day dawns. That line hit me. No more lingering in the past, because you finally truly let go of the past. You've surrendered to it. Without your past, you would never have connected to the you now that's connecting to the highest version of yourself. You're reuniting. It's beautiful. When in balance, accepts, adapts, and adjusts. When you're out of balance, you refuse to let go and consistently reminisce. This collective, you've hit that phase. You've accelerated from that phase. Very nice. Okay, let's get... I was also going to get an acrotype, but this reading's going to go way too long. So, all right. Third part is going to be... all of this energy. You can choose to watch or not, or just choose to surrender. Okay, there's a reason I'm being called to do it and get their clear intention for you through this. But if you don't want to watch it and you want to sit in what energy you're in, sit in it. But anyway, I'm going to cleanse all this and then really break it down. All right, I love you guys. All right, true emotion currently. Okay, fulfilled, but that's good. So they are going over. So let's get one more. And you know it because you got the other people's influence, someone else involved. Okay, when I'm with you, I do feel complete. I feel as if I won the best prize of them all. You were exactly what I wanted and needed in my life. But we kept replaying the same story over and over again, and it never ended well. When are we going to do better so we can be better? I followed blindly to what everyone else was telling me. They made me realize our connection wasn't real and that it was just a waste of my time. But I now know that was wrong. So back to... I want one more of these because this person's coming in with but they're at a critical junction. So they're on a crossroads when it comes to people in their life and this, which means it ties in. So if this person's coming in with a confession, you've got to remember this person really presented self-involved. They presented completely detached from this whole situation. Yes, you guys could have had cycles, but yes, it clearly it never ended well. But I think this person really deflected and put it in the category of toxic. Now, if they had people in their ear also saying that this is toxic, it's a waste of your time, and then every time they'd pop up, it would end the same, it would end destructive. It was validating kind of the things that people were saying. But I always say this card, for people to have opinions it's because things were spoken. So it means this person unfortunately put a bit of negativity on your name, exaggerated certain personality traits of yours, or every time you guys were facing something that should have just been a challenge, they would run to these people and they would ignite the situation so much worse than what it truly was, kind of manipulated into their favor so they could get validation of their actions, right? So yes, now they're reflecting on how important and significant you were in their life and how when they were with you, they were very happy. But for them to start and be going into deep reflection on, you know, unfortunately the things they were saying about you, this is clearly why I think for so long the things they needed to confess and come clean about, it was becoming null and void in their mind. It was that kind of self-talk. Yeah, I did this, but because they were like that, especially because of the validation they were getting about you and the character that you were holding at that time, like the person you were. But now they're at a critical junction when it comes to these people in their life, which is making them reflect clearly on you. And now they're seeing you as their magical muse. So we know that this is at least coming from a good place. One thing I will say, and I said it at the start, it's actually kind of good you got the confession without the communicate, because this person, oh, just bear with me. This is important. It's coming to my mind. A lot of the time you guys have these in and out cycles, the block, the unblock, the igniting, the this or that. There's always an expectation. There's this kind of, I've sent a message, if I don't get a response, that's this, that, and then they will either block or they'll run again. It's very highly triggering because you're both coming to the table with an expectation you can either fix it or come to a compromise without even putting in the bloody work to compromise and forgive and work it out. So at least this person is now coming to the table without having an expectation you're just going to forgive them, which means, and I will confirm everything, even if this person responds and you choose silence and you choose to put a wall up, whatever it may be, they're not then just going to block you and play games with you, because they're not coming to the table with an expectation you are going to give them the forgiveness that they're craving. Does that, right, collective? That should make sense. So let's say you're a collective in the past, the only reason you would respond so promptly, even though everything in your body was telling you this needs a boundary, the fear would come in. If I don't respond, they're going to block me, they're going to run, because that's all you were used to, right? Hopefully this can take, not that, watch the whole thing. This collective, I don't think there would be a fear even if they did have that intention. You're releasing it. You don't want that shit in your life. So, but there's a reason this is coming to my mind. But they're finding inspiration from you now. And I always say the right love inspires us to grow and change, not through demanding change from your partner. Why don't you do this? You should do this. That's not the right kind of love. You should never demand change from anyone. Okay, so 45, 42, 52, 22, and 55. 2 is very important for this collective. It's coming out a lot. And 555, that could also be something you're seeing a lot of. You are in the midst of a very big soul transformation. All right, fulfilled. Yes. So they did. So even they settled. So they knew you were their fulfillment, but again, probably advice, there's plenty of fish in the sea. If this was really meant to burn, whatever the case. So this is what they're reflecting on. They connected to some form of karmic, I don't even want to say partner. I just think they kept themselves in a surrounding of comfort and ease because they were trying to avoid how much you really mattered to them. Again, biggest part of this collective is the confession that needs to be spoken. You know in your energy there's other influence, there's other shit going on, but you don't know the answers for it, right? I genuinely think this person, you always were this, but they didn't want to face it because they were literally imprinting in their mind, especially being validated by the people around them. It could never work anyway. I'm just going to replace. I'm going to sit in comfort. And now they're like, what have I been doing for my responsibilities? But I want to face my issues head on and work through things before I return, which they clearly have, but we're going to get more cards. I don't want to say clearly have yet. Actually, I'm stopping myself. I know this hasn't been easy, but I'm trying my best. Number 2, literally 222. Okay, so inner turmoils through these cycles. Maybe this reminds me a lot of victim mentality, but this was their thought pattern throughout these cycles and this ignition, right? I'm bounded physically, mentally, spiritually. I feel there's no way out. Like, no wonder. It's the expectation too, right? No, there's no way out from where I am. I feel imprisoned because of my own doing. I'm trying my hardest to fight my demons, but it's so hard. I think this is more past tense of them reflecting on the cycles. Always the excuses, always, oh no, but I've got these responsibilities, or I've got this, or I've got that, or no one likes this person, or how am I going to explain this, or how, like this person, people pleaser, but they're realizing it because they're at a critical junction. They don't want to be told what to do anymore. This is a card of they're sick of people telling them what to do and how to act with this drinking the Kool-Aid. Let's get one more for that because you want to hope that's past tense. Cosmic love. They're ghosting. So literally reflecting because of this outlook. Because they couldn't tell you how they felt. Because they were all confused in the mind. So because of their behavior, expectation, these cycles, and they blamed you for the cycles because of all the slander and BS they were told by people. Every time they would come in and you would react a certain way, probably through a boundary, you were validating what everyone was saying about you. But it all started with them and their manipulation of how they spoke about you in the first place. Oh, this person, they were self-unaware. Again, karmic partners, the drink in the cults are permanent fixtures. These would have been childhood friends, family members. Oh, God. I know I was settling if I was not with you, this one too, but I felt stuck because I was afraid of change. I'm so used to what I have, even if it's not enough for me, but I am working and feeling deserving of you. So they're really reflecting on their decisions, the people they chose to align with, which means these people and these decisions they chose to align with, they're not happy. That's their fault. But I will say this, I know I'm getting a bit, but you could, at least there's reflection. That's good. Let's just get one more. Oh, God. The victim, and one more for that. Hold on a second. You want to hope they're still not in victim mentality. No, soulmate. I think and the odious opinion. So the drinking, there was so many opinions here. I was foolish to believe the opinions of others, and this is 15, their shadow. I should have trusted my heart more than what others told me about our connection. Please forgive me for doubting our connection. But it made them become a victim because everyone was validating them. So it was just confirming their victim mentality. How could this person see that they were wrong? They had yes people all the way around them. But now, and this is clearly where the ignition is coming to say what they need to say. I feel you are my... Oh, I'm not going to say that. You make me want to be a better person, not just for me, but also for myself. You challenge me to change and grow. We love that. That confirms the magical muse. Pisces, that could be an important sign here. Let it be external shit or even you or this person. Okay, before we keep going, because I feel I'm getting a bit spicy with this person, I just want to see the universe, how we did your energy, what's around you. I just want to see, I want to confirm this person's really changing. Then we'll get the divine truth cards. We'll get some message cards and then we'll get tarot. I might even get them an animal card, see what animal they're shining in right now. Oh, good. Oh, good! Good. Sorry, because I was getting spicy and I thought, oh, that could be this collective. I always say as a reader, we embody the energy. Maybe but no, it couldn't be because you're coming into don't mind me anyway. Total transformation. They've heeded the call. They're going through a renewal. They're surrendering. They're awakening. They're going through a rebirth, a clean slate. Makes sense. Clearing and purging. Fundamental changes. That's good. Number 11. But now getting more information, wanting the clarity, wanting to come through with force, very important details they're seeing that they didn't see in the past because they were blaming, they were playing the victim. Oh, wow. 27th of November could be important, or the number 27. Perfect timing. Okay, this is good. So there really has been a cosmic trigger. This is good. So perfect timing. Culmination of their efforts. So they really have been putting effort in. They've got this unstoppable... They're connecting to their past, present, future self. Oh, we love that. Standing the test of time. 19th of the 11th. The Hermit. So they have gone within. They've soul searched. They're finding their enlightenment. I think this person for a long time felt they were on a dark path. They're starting to see that star at the end of the tunnel. They want peace. They want resolve. But they've gone within. So again, not playing the victim. Confirming. Good. They're putting in hard work. They're intelligent. Very good. But they're becoming very responsible. Maybe that's something you needed to hear as a collective. Maybe this person presented very irresponsible in the past. We love this row. This is good so far. Oh, this is good. They got the star. Oh, wishes coming true. Peace. They want a miracle. They want to fall in love again. Hope. Where you're losing... I don't even want to say you're losing hope. You're finding stillness. They feel inspired. I feel they want to have blessings. They want this miracle. 16th of June could be important. These are nice. All right, let's confirm. This is where it can go wrong, though. So let's just confirm these. Oh, go grab a book. You know me. Underneath Judgment. So if this whole reading from part 1 has lined up to you, we're in their energy. We're in their energy right now. So everything we've read so far for this person's energy, especially under Judgment, especially if you're on the fence of belief, if they've really gone through a transformation, go glide your hand along a book, any book that calls to you. Turn to page 10 or 26. Now that first line will be a confirmation sign from your spirit team to confirm this so far. A message you need to hear about this, right? That you need to hear. And then write it in the comments. But what was hidden, what was a mystery, the secrets which are about to be revealed, the unknown, they're getting their judgment over it. Very good. 26th of the 10th could be important as well. This is good. All right, so what's this clarity? I actually feel this isn't just about you. It's these people around them because they're at that critical junction. The odious opinions, the drinking the Kool-Aid. There's some shit this person's finding out. And if you guys are really reflected, you've got third-party influence in your energy right now, which means you're probably finding out stuff about people as well, but you're in strength with boundaries. There's something very reflective here for both of you. Magnifying glass. Elephant, removing the obstacles, sweeping, getting rid of the unwanted stuff, another clear and purge. So there's things in this person, they're removing people. But this is why they want to clean and purge and a clean slate with you, too, about clean slate. But they know they need to come through with details. Removing unwanted stuff, purging, clean sweep, unavoidable cleanup. Truth. Delete, full stop, total makeover, restoring harmony. 27th of the 11th is important because you've got it twice, and 11:11, and also you could be watching this at 11:27. The Broom. Good. Perfect timing. Unexpected. So it was a cause of divine intervention. They've had to go through a reckoning. There's something perfect timing ripped off the band-aid here. So there's been a reveal in their life that's making them release maybe an accident as well. Health did come up. Ripping off the band-aid, a reckoning. This came through as a surprise. 19th of October could be important as well. 10J. Hermit. They've had a scythe energy. It's all part of one big puzzle piece. What's another one for perfect timing? And now they're nervous about the communication. It all locks in. for this collective, but now they need to communicate, but they're nervous, okay, over their flighty behavior, but making contact, but they're expecting a reckoning. Text or call someone. 12th of the 7th, 7th of the 12th. Hermit. Epiphany through their hermit's journey. Oh, beautiful. I thought my eyeballs were on. So through their hermit journey, they're learning endurance and perseverance, not to give up so quickly. Stable, enduring, solid, steady movement forward, restraining, responsible. Their willpower, they're persisting. Oh, they're not giving up on themselves, which means they're starting to love themselves because they're not giving up. That's good. Anchor, tattoo maybe as well, I just heard. And you got that! So they are wanting the miracle with love, with you. And you're relieving with, you again, what's your part? But they're the same. They know they need to be kind. You fulfill them. You're their heart's desires. And again, the 24. This is good. And you got the snowflake. Okay, overall. This is nice, but they have to face the tornado, so they are going through destruction right now. And they're worried about what's going to come, but they're going through an over and done, a breakdown, the end of something. I'm not going to say total wreck, but it did come in suddenly and unexpectedly, but it was perfect time. I always say divine intervention's hard. It's when we're that far off our timeline, something abruptive needs to happen to reinsert us on the right path. But I think they're in the midst of a storm, but they're coming into victory because of this storm, because they're not playing the victim. They're not blaming. They know it's their decisions. They've aligned with things. Win, victory, reputation, but achievement, ambition, and maybe this person, this says deserve an award. If they're connected to you, they're rising above. They're special. They're powerful. They're trying to stay cool, calm, and collected. So they're working on their emotional surges that they have. That's good. I liked that. I think that was really nice. Let's get them an animal card, and then we're going to get them the Divine Truth cards for how they feel towards you. Oh my... They got the spider's web. So they are magical. They weave a tapestry of... When your person's balanced, powerful. And this is why they'd be a very convincing person. So unhealed, dangerous person. They would be a pro at manipulating. They weren't putting their strengths in the right avenue. You could be seeing a lot of spiders right now. Could have been bitten by a spider. Why did I actually just see a spider's bite? I actually saw more of a mosquito. But maybe you got bitten by a mosquito or something and you were stressed that it was a spider's bite. I saw that very clearly. Phew, bless me. One more. They would really have a way with words, your person. This does not want to flip. Oh, but they're the lamb. Oh my God, the way with words. I was wrong. So you got double earth. Double air. They've got double earth. You got the 2 air. They got literally, you could be double signs. So double earth, double air, double, like you guys could be actual double pairings. Hold on. I can't believe they got the lamb and that, the way they speak. Okay, peaceful, prophetic, patient. So maybe this is something they've had to work on. The lamb is the bearer of an important message. Stop it. Its contents can only be heard when deep level of quiet has been established, which you're going through. You've had to go through it. That's the timing. You had to get into this center for a reason. Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. And right now, this collective, they feel like a stranger to you. Though the lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with the utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen and receive. And that's what they're coming through with, the truth. A knowingness and inner peace. When out of balance, they're quiet, timid and concerned. Okay, now this is making sense. I feel this collective, even though you're coming into a stillness, this is going to be hard for you to believe this truth, and especially if this person's been prone to bamboozle you in the past. There's something here you really needed, a stillness and a quietness in your soul to hear what this person, because I do think they're still timid. I feel they're still maybe a little bit intimidated. They're going over so many things. They're expecting the worst. They're expecting a reckoning. There's a reason you've had to find this release and this neutral energy towards this person. Wow. This is going to be hard for them to say what they need to say to you, but their life is a mess right now. Truth. Okay. Oh my God, ties to the start. So this person really does want to propose to you, but finally this is why they're not blaming, because they am victim. Their perception has truly shifted. I always say you can't, until that perception shifted, there's not a word you can say. What people believe, they believe. They need to overcome that themselves. I was only able to see what I wanted to see. I'm sorry for not seeing your worth. But proposal, so the engagement, the wedding rings, taking the next step in this relationship, let's either move in together or get married. You're patient. They really, and they're reflecting on your patience clearly, but they're having to work on their patience. And that was a big thing for them, to not be reactive and just block or this if they don't get their way. That makes sense why that's coming through so quickly. Clearly. There's a reason I said quickly. You've been patient with me during this journey. The wait is over. True love is here. Okay. 2 more for your top row. Power twinny card. So they do believe you guys can be a power couple. Strategy. That's not the best. So they're strategizing. I don't always like that because it makes me think, but all the other, they might feel they need a strategy, but this message is they're coming in with, there's no strategy that should be behind a confession. It's just truth that needs to be spoken. Do you know what I'm trying to say, my angels? So they might be feeling like they need to strategize, but I genuinely think this is just going to come through with that Ace of Swords approach. Putting together an offer you cannot refuse. Planning their next move. An indestructible force that many wish they could be, and this is why they're reflecting on all these people. They probably see them as being quite jealous or whatever of your connection. Liked by few, envied by most. Let's confirm. What's their perception shifting with? The mirroring, understanding the power of your mirror, and you got that. Where they were scared of it before. They saw it as toxic. They saw it as whatever. Your soul is a mirror of my own. Thank you for treating me with love and respect. So you always have been trying to be love and respect, but they thought you were being toxic, and their perception shifting. Maybe they thought you were always just focused on money or yourself or career or this or external gain in life. Them themselves could have been that. This is where the perception's shifting though, right? Maybe they never felt like a priority in their life and they were blaming that. Oh, wow. Proposal, surprise, and strategizing. Oh my God. Life is full of surprises and I have something special planned just for you. Reunion. Oh, this is where you've been patient. How they never, I know I don't say this enough, but I truly do love you. How long they held back their emotion for you. Strategizing. That's not good. Oh, good. Perfect pairing. So they'll come in the right way. They won't strategize. Enlightenment. So maybe right now they're like, but like I said, they're just going to come in that judgment energy. The truth has been illuminated. I can't hide from what you've shown me. This person's not going to, they might be now, but I think when it comes to it, they're just going to rip off that Band-Aid. That's really good pairing. The universe won't let them come in any other way. truly. Their arrogance. Oh, at least they're reflecting on it. That's good. One more. Expression. Look at all these they're still a little bit because of listening to everybody, right? And that's the hugest thing, how they listen to everybody, but they put themselves in that situation to listen to everyone. But anyway, depressed, but expression. Good. All right, let's get tarot. Let's see what's coming with this offer. Again, I was hearing 3. Did I end up rolling a dice? Oh, 2 just came out then. Birthday, 9th of the 10th, 10th of the 9th. But from 9 to 10, ending a painful cycle for a completion. Did I roll the dice at the start? I don't think I did. Okay, 5 came out. I was hearing 3 for a reason, but within the next 5. So let's go week ahead. We'll go week ahead. Okay. All right, so their next action, your approach, and then the outcome. Oh my God, I hope that picked up before that 2-minute part stopped. Their first card, the Twin Flame Union card. So that's their intention, but they're not going to pressure you into, so that would be their intention within. Twin Flame Reunion, the one, Divine Union, complete. Life and life's purpose, submission, and I think they're going to submit from the control. I don't think they're coming in pressure. I know you got proposal. I just don't feel they're going to do that. But I could be wrong. 8 of Wands. I just think they're coming in rapidly. That's a good news card. But when I'm reading love, I always say that's 8 love arrows coming to. They are coming in quickly. I'm just saying. Messages, communication, fast, but karma. They're gonna. I think the damage, but positive news, fast moving. I don't think they're gonna try and rush it though. That's the biggest energy I'm getting. But this is very rushed. I want to be with you, which I was not feeling. Maybe I'm wrong. 4 of Wands. That's the married. Their part, all of their parts, marriage is really on their mind. They could say this. Not that they might, not that they're going to, but maybe they will literally say, I like life partner kind of talk stuff. Celebration, wedding, stability, partnership. Look at these. Look at those 3 cards. I was not feeling that. Maybe that's part of this confession, the depth of their emotion for you. I was not feeling that. One more. Judgment, which they're going through now. No, I think that's what's going to be, because this is that for the mind echo. Oh, they could be speaking about this, but this is also healing through the silence. Let's get one more for that. There's that Ace of Swords. Remember that I literally said I see them coming through with an Ace of Swords. Just confession, breakthrough, just true, transparent communication, right? I think that's with that. Wanting to work in synergy, actively listening to you, wanting to really come onto the same page and balance this out. I think that comes first. I think they're just ripping off the Band-Aid. They could also speak that. I ain't even going to lie. But I think that's their depth of intention. They want to fix this and fix it quickly. But will they pressure you? No. I was getting a little bit alarmed because this is all about confession, right? Of shit that's been in the dark. That is all love. Like, oh, I love you, I this, or that, I'm... But that shows why they went, you know, why they pulled away. Like, I feel this is the confession energy, right? This is the depth of emotion. But boy, oh boy, it could all be tied into one. Like, let's be real. Let's get one more for this Ace of Swords. How they didn't reciprocate, how they're and you feel used by this person. So there's definitely something financially here that ties into this confession as well. You guys could have worked together. There could have been chaos at work because of this person, but there's something. You've got 3 Pentacles cards here. So I do think they want to ground and stabilize, but there's something in this confession to do with finances too. And how and why and how they didn't reciprocate this. King of Pentacles, it can be trusted. He's my ride or die. He's so loyal. He's dependable. But again, definitely something about finances. And I'm hearing father. There could be something to do with father in this confession. Or, yeah, there's definitely... And the 5 of Cups. But Hierophant, I think as well you haven't seen their transformation. But they have been healing. Especially with that 4 of Swords. Okay, let's see how you guys... Your energy. How you should... You'll know how to react. I just think this is going to be very... Empress! Oh, we love that! Oh, God. You're on a 50. Don't be Queen of Swords. It's like, balance your Queen of Swords with your Empress. Up to you. You either sit... So right now, remember that heart. You have forgiveness. You just understand. Like, that was your biggest message. You understand why, and it might be hard to hear, but you're about to get the truth that you've always wanted, but hopefully it doesn't turn you into kind of an Ice Queen, a bit of... I can't see that it would. You just need a balance. You just need a balance of your Empress and your logical approach. I wouldn't be completely that or completely that. I would just kind of have that balanced and seek truth of the situation, not emotion of the situation, which is funny because this is very truth emotion. Let's get one more. Yeah, be aware. Don't miss the details, which I don't think you will. But if you feel reactive and you feel like you're shutting down and you feel like it's okay for you to retreat. Don't be abruptive. Don't be volatile. Go within and then come back to the table if you want to when you find a centered emotion, understanding emotion. And it might take you a while. It might take you a couple of weeks. It might take you some time to really understand. Don't move through impulse and don't miss the fine details of the situation. But this being sharp and like that needs a balance. But that's up to you. That's up to you. Outcome, Judgment and 6 of Swords. So you can get through this storm. These conflicts can be resolved. You're finally going to get what you need to move on from this storm. But it's up to you if you want to clean that purge and have that clean slate. This is up to you, but you've got potential to have an outcome. You can really start anew here and sail off from this chaos. I genuinely think that is also confirming this can be... I genuinely feel this can be trusted. Genuinely. They're approaching you with the Lamb energy, right? And with this kid, like, this is their true intention. They want to fix it, right? They're seeing you as permanence in their life. So they're not going to F it up by being dishonest again. This, you are complete in truth mode. Complete, I need the whole truth, blah, 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 blah. I wouldn't react in truth mode. I would find this balance in this, but yes, be aware. But outcome, you can move on from this shit. You can really start again. You can really have success here. You can really rebirth this, but that's up to you as a collective if you want to... And confession, again. You can't force something. It's that simple. So this is why I keep saying I think 2 of Cups. Stop it. Emotional equals. But this card says soulmate connection, in love, union. Look at all the cards of union. And this says ascending and rebirthing. But anyway, harmony, happy relationship, reconciliation. It's up to you. It is up. But my angels and anyone that watches me regularly, we get to this part, I'm normally like, that is so pure. Like that, I will definitely say I'm not getting any iffy energy from that. But that's again up to you. Collective reading, it's up to you. That was really nice. Okay. if that whole reading, every single part, deviation where my mind drifts, all of that, these charms will be for you. M came out as well. And the little peach. I always see this as a really nice little booty. Or you could be eating a peach. But you could have a nice bottom. Or this person could. Oh my God, you got the Libra scales. Balance truth. Your purple curtain. You could be a Libra, they could be, but you got that very rarely comes out. This could be balanced, but it's up to you. Perfect timing when time stops. This has stopped on 1026 as well. And then you got the 5-cent piece. This is year 2021. So that could be an important detail for you and this person. Your heart is protected. You just have a little bit of armor in your heart right now. I can understand it, but I feel you're coming into all your healing. And this collective, you've definitely healed a lot. Baby butterfly. Maybe you guys are meant to have a little spirit baby. H, J, Y, W, C, X, J again, D, and M. And you got M before as well. And you're not going to believe this. We finished the reading at 10:10. 10:10 is important. But I love you guys and have an amazing day.